Good morning, my wonderful plant-powered friends. I just have to say this morning that I am getting even more excited now we're deep into this challenge because I'm getting your comments of feeling better. Already a lot of you are getting more energy, and so it's so fast, right? How this way of eating really changes things completely from a cellular level. But today I just want to talk briefly, I'm talking quickly, because I want to talk about those of you who are time crunched, because this is something that really is common for all of us now. This sort of Bismuth lifatus is a disease that we all have nowadays. I'm not a doctor, but I'm just putting it out there. I certainly have it. So how do we stay plant-based and cook and have these delicious meals if we have zero time, big families, working 2 jobs, etc., etc.? Well, I have really got it down because I have been eating this way for, almost 5 years now, and I work the equivalent of 2, if not 3 jobs, and family and kids and the whole thing. So this is what I do. Here are some tips, and I've given you more tips in the body of this email, so take your time to really look at it. But I think one of the most important things for me is batch cooking. This has been a life changer, a game changer for me. So what I do is I'm disciplined enough to take a little bit of time aside on the weekend, usually on a Sunday, get in my kitchen, I put 2 hours or so aside, sometimes it's just an hour, but I try to do 2 hours. I get the family involved, phones are powered down, playlists are powered up because I love music in the kitchen. My teenage daughter and I get in there and we start cooking. And I plan, I know what I'm gonna do. And it's stuff that I can freeze because I'm great on freezing. So this is where I'll make things like a lasagna or a casserole or a pasta dish. And it's really easy if you have it well planned. So batch cook all of that into the freezer. Then in the week, it is a breeze because I'm already set with a meal plan because I planned it all out. And all I have to do is defrost it. Easy, easy. Take it out in the morning, come back, put it in the oven, and I'm done. Also, my crock pot is my bestie as far as time saving is concerned. I love my crock pot. I get up in the morning, I throw in the ingredients. I have one 360 cookware that goes straight from stove top to base, and it's brilliant because what it means is that I can fry off the onions and the garlic, throw in all the rest of the ingredients, put it on the base, set it for a few hours, I come back and I have a delicious bubbling plant-based meal waiting for me. Now the other thing is, don't completely shun frozen foods, frozen entrees, because in a pinch, and I know some of you really are in a pinch, don't think, Sophie's gonna kill us if we have frozen foods. No, there are actually some really great healthy frozen entrees to be found in most grocery stores now, certainly in America, and I might have to look in other countries, but I've given you some brands just to give you a good yardstick, and you can look at ingredients below, but a lot of brands and frozen food brands are really coming onto this thing now that there's a lot more vegans in the world and they have to accommodate us, and many of these entrees are absolutely delicious. So in a pinch, just fill your freezer with a few of those, particularly if you're going to be out or your husband's out or just one person's eating, they can be really useful. Also, don't overthink things. And I think this is the final and most important piece of advice that I want to give you, is keep it simple. Sometimes we think, oh, I've got to figure it out, and because I'm not cooking meat or fish anymore, I've got to do this whole kind of complicated vegetable thing. Not so. Sometimes I'll come back and I'll literally just cook a sweet potato, a delicious sweet potato, and then on the side I'll do some steamed broccolini with a little bit of garlic and lemon juice, or some spinach or whatever, throw a few beans, garbanzo beans in the top of the whole thing, and that's done. That's the beauty of plant-powered cookery. We don't have to think too much about it, and it's really easy. Just in that one little meal that I've just shared with you, I'm getting all my nutrients, my protein, my carbs, and my greens, and how easy is that? And way healthier than any piece of meat that you could throw on the table. So lots of information in this email, and you're really going to enjoy the recipe of the day, which is my lasagna rolls. So delicious. That's a big batch cooking recipe for me. They're actually sitting in my freezer right now. I'll see you tomorrow.